Welcome to 100 Yards Football this morning. It's my NFL Legend special. Today I'm going to talk about a young man out of New Orleans, Louisiana. A story. Mr. Aeneas Williams. Defensive back with the Arizona Cardinals, LA Rams, by way of Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So if you like the video today, please come in and share it. I surely appreciate it here at 100 Yards Football, and I'm Vincent Turner. Aeneas Williams. Man, it don't get no better, boy. I love doing these players and these stories. What can you say about this young man here? Tell you a true story about Aeneas Williams. I've been to one Super Bowl in my lifetime. That was in San Diego, California, 2002, when John Gruden and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Oakland Raiders. And me and my wife, we had a layover flight in St. Louis going out to San Diego that Thursday afternoon. And my wife, Arlene, was reading a book, and she touched me and said, "Who is that guy right there? I know he played in the National Football League." Because at the time, Aeneas Williams was a well put together athlete. He had that neck. And I said, "Oh, that look like Aeneas Williams." I said, "That's who it is." And I'm going to tell you, he was in the airport in St. Louis, Missouri, and he was getting on the same flight we were. And it was kind of like a layover because the weather was real bad. I think it had snowed like 5-10 inches that day. But while he was sitting there with his wife, the one thing that he done that really sticks in my mind today, man, it was about 20 people came up to him and asked him for an autograph and wanted to talk to him, and he didn't turn not one person away. I said, "Oh man, he's special." Because a lot of athletes of that status, they don't want to be bothered. But no, he sat there to the time our flight, when we was ready to board, and talked to every individual, every LA Rams fan that came up to him for an autograph. Very special. His nickname is Reaching the Potential. That's what they know him as at Southern University. But I'm going to give you another stat. He was a third-round pick in the 1991 NFL Draft. But I want you to hear this. These are the defensive backs that went before him. Todd Light, Notre Dame. Bruce Pickens, Nebraska. Vinnie Clark. Darrell Lewis, Arizona. Jerome Henderson, Clemson. None of them are going to sniff the Hall of Fame. Aeneas Williams, Pro Football Hall of Fame of 2014, baby. But this is what makes this story so great. See, when God is in your plan and in your life and you're doing so many things right, greatness happens. Aeneas Williams didn't even start playing football till his junior season. He walked on as a junior. But he was an academic All-American. His junior year, he got his degree, a BS in accounting. Football wasn't even on his mind. His teammate who played in the league, his high school teammate, Maurice Hurst, convinced him to come out. And he only played 2 years of college football. His senior year, he had 20 interceptions and 28 pass deflections. He walked on and got drafted in the third round. And as you see, all those guys that went before him are nowhere to be found. But this is what I liked about Aeneas Williams. Southern University. He walked on to a school that had produced Al Beauchamp, Mel Blount, Rich Stonewall Jackson that played with the Denver Broncos, Isaiah Butch Robinson, Godwin Turk, James Davis, Ken Ellis, Maurice Hurst, Jim Osborne, Rufus Porter, Harold McClinton. He had to step on Southern University campus and be royalty, man. Two other names in baseball, Lou Brock. My homeboy from the 901, Reggie Williams, 4-time All-SWAC in baseball while he was there. Ben Joe, one of the greatest college coaches on the black college level, maybe in college basketball. And he walked on. And not only he walked on, he played in the National Football League for 14 years and might have been in the top 5 as one of the greatest defensive backs while he was playing that time, going up against the playmaker Michael Irvin. But when he was in Arizona, he only played in the playoffs 2 times. But he got to the Rams and went to the Super Bowl in his hometown. But when you look at his skill set, instincts, A+. The explosion, A+. The tackling ability, A+. I'm sorry, he ended Steve Young's career. No disrespect on the blitz. The range and play speed, A+. The confidence he played with, A+. The lateral movement, A+. And then what separated him to me, see, that was a little bit of people saying, well, Aeneas Williams ain't all that great because he played for the Cardinals. It was bad during his time. Most of that, they only made the playoffs twice. But the Monday Night Football game, when he had that hit on Steve Young, everybody took notice. Then that playoff game against Dallas in 1998, shut down Michael Irvin and intercepted Troy Aikman twice. Then when he was with the Rams in 2001, I was visiting Raleigh, North Carolina, and went to a sports bar because my wife was attending a Jehovah's Witness conference. She's a Jehovah's Witness. I don't want to put it out there. In that playoff game he had against the Philadelphia Eagles, intercepted Donovan McNair with 2 minutes left, able to save the game and go to the Super Bowl. But the previous week against Green Bay, one of the greatest defensive back performances ever. He picked off the young man from Kiel, Mississippi, by way of the Green Bay Packers, Brent Favre, twice and returned him for touchdowns and had a fumble recovery. But really, what sets me out, 3rd round pick, 1991 NFL draft, played 14 seasons, 8-time Pro Bowl selection, 3-time first team All-Pro, Pro Football Hall of Famer. And he walked on his junior year and only played 2 years of college football. And then what he's doing after the game. He's doing great things in the St. Louis, Missouri community. Him and his wife as ministers. A lot of people don't talk about it, but he's doing a lot of things, like I said, in the community over there in St. Louis. And one more time, Todd Light, Bruce Pickens, Vinnie Clark, Darrell Lewis, and Jerome Henderson went before him in the 1991 draft. Walk on. Greatness. Stories meant to tell. Southern University. And he came from a family that didn't really preach athletics. His parents preached academics and making yourself valuable to the community. Because Aeneas Williams went to Southern University with not one iota playing football. But see, when God is in your playing, special things happen. And he was a special football player, man. So, When I think about Aeneas Williams, academic All-American at Southern University, 8-time Pro Bowler, played on one of the worstest teams. I'm sorry, the Arizona Cardinals. His hit on Steve Young. His ability to still play at a high level. 6 interceptions, 1 fumble in 4 playoff games. I think about what the young man from Oakland, California had a song out, and I think about Aeneas Williams. Too legit to quit. Too legit to quit. Sweat running all over my chest. I don't quit. Aeneas Williams, baby. He was too legit to quit. That's why he ended up in the Hall of Fame. That's why he's one of the best defensive backs that ever played in the National Football League. And you know what? People know how I feel about the SWAC conference. Even though I didn't attend the school, I'm sorry, I went to the University of Arkansas. But when you think about the SWAC, and you think about all them great defensive backs that came out of there, Jimmy Marsalis, Tennessee State, Willie Brown, Grambling, Albert Lewis, Grambling, Mel Blunt, Southern, Dominique Rogers-Cromartie, Tennessee State, Clifford Brooks, Tennessee State, Ronell Young, Tennessee State, Alcorn State, Leslie Frazier, Alcorn State. He might have been the best that came out of the SWAC at the cornerback position. Special football player, class act, doing a lot of things in the St. Louis, Missouri community as a minister, him and his wife. Aeneas Williams, you was too legit to quit, baby. God bless. If you like the video today, please comment and share it. We'll surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards Football. And I'd like to say special thanks to my producer, Mr. Logan Landers. Y'all be blessed. Aeneas Williams, too legit to quit.